Larry, love unicorns, like reading about TEDx. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about your own content approach, because I think a lot of people struggle, a lot of marketers, a lot of business owners struggle with, like, okay, video. Oh my God, I got to hire a studio and videographer and editor suite and all that. Just can you tell us, like, your approach? Well, how do you pick your content?
Sure. I don't know. Am I allowed to go into my deck here, or is this just like a casual thing? Yeah.
It's a good
Okay.
time.
All right. So, all right. So, let me just pull this up here. Okay, sharing this thing. And can you see the screen? It's like 5 ideas about video marketing.
Yeah, we can see your whole app in there. You might want to go full screen on it.
Uh, it's not full screen. Like
No,
now.
just lower right of your red menu at the bottom, I believe, is full screen.
Lower right of my menu.
You have to when you share a screen, you have to choose option entire screen, and after that start playing.
Entire screen, sure. Okay, great. So
And
now
play it now.
How about now? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Oh, that's good.
All right. So look, guys, I'm new to this video marketing thing. I've only been doing it for about a year, so I'm not the guru, but I wanted to share with you kind of 5 ideas that I've learned about this that cover the basis of like how to get started. Okay. So the first question, it's like, why should I be doing the video in the first place? Now, Michael talked about like that there's billions of views, but I don't think that's like a good enough reason to do this. Like, just to get, I mean, like, unless your goal is to be internet famous, a lot of businesses they're actually trying to sell stuff. You know what I mean? So. So I just wanted to kind of take it back a second here and talk about how video really works, and advertising for that matter. So what's the purpose of video and commercials and ads? It's to bias people, all right? So what you're trying to do is you're trying to create some kind of a piece of content that's inspirational or memorable or funny that kind of gets people to think about your brand, and what you can do is you target that video content or that content to your target market, the people who have like women who are a certain age, or whatever your target market is. You just target that memorable, inspirational video content to those people. Now, what happens then is these people are going to actually look at the ad. They're not necessarily going to buy your stuff right away. But in the back of their head, they're going to form a bias, okay? And this is really important because later, when they do need to buy whatever the heck you are selling, okay, they'll either do a branded search for your stuff, like on Google, they'll search for the thing that they need, and lo and behold, your company will show up either in the paid or organic results, and it's not just a coin toss. Like, they're much more likely to favor the brands that they've heard of in the past. You see what I'm saying? So that's where that bias comes into play, and also you can also win this game by people doing unbranded searches where they just find you, they search for like WordStream or Blitzmetrics or something because they've heard of this because of like some video content that they've consumed before. Just so I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I've done some measurements here and comparing like click-through rates for new and repeating visitors. Okay, now what this does is it just basically tells you kind of the impact of brand affinity. Like, so if people have heard of you, like maybe perhaps for some inspirational video that they watched earlier, if they've heard of you, they're like, this is like 3 of my customers in different markets. What I did was I just targeted the same keywords, and used people, new versus repeat visitors. And what you can see here is that bias. It's like it increases the click-through rates by 2 to 3 times, and it also makes people more likely to buy. Okay, so like people who are familiar with your brand, they're 2 to 3 times more likely to buy whatever it is you're selling. So that's why we're doing this video. It's because we're trying to bias people, and the most memorable way to bias people is video, because the brain processes this visual content, and it's just much more memorable, and you can communicate so much more information in a short period of time.